General Zhao's ceremonial armor is ruined!
I transmigrated as the gaudy Peacock, but now I tailor for the General. Chapter 6. The Winter Imperial Hunt was the most important military and social event of the year. For the General, it was a showcase of martial prowess. For the capital's nobility, it was an opportunity to show off their wealth and their sartorial choices. I was focused on the latter. The West Shop had received massive orders for travel-friendly, lined robes. Shen Yu was managing 2 apprentices, and my father was now happily sourcing the finest but plainest raw materials he could find. The Peacock was officially forgotten. The Tailor was now the capital's darling. The trouble started 3 days before the hunt. A messenger arrived at the West Shop, breathless and panicked. "General Zhao's ceremonial armor is ruined," he cried, slamming a heavy, dirt-stained package onto my cutting table. "A stable accident. The leather shoulder strap, the one that holds the decorative pauldron, it snapped. The Imperial Tailors said they cannot repair it without a new mold." I opened the package. It wasn't the functional, everyday armor I had critiqued, but the General's formal parade gear. The thick, lacquered leather of the pauldron strap had indeed cracked and torn clean through. The Imperial Tailors were right. It needed a structural repair that went beyond simple stitching. My heart hammered against my ribs. This was my banquet moment. If the General appeared in damaged gear, it would be an insult to the Emperor and could lead to severe political embarrassment. "Send word to General Zhao," I instructed the messenger, already pulling out my specialized kit. "Tell him Shen Yu will not patch it, he will mend it. Tell him to be here in 1 hour for a fitting." Zhao Wei arrived exactly on time, looking furious, but mostly resigned. "You have 1 hour, Shen Yu," he stated, crossing his arms. He wore a simple dark tunic, having shed his armor. "If you ruin this, my reprimand will be swift and painful." "You only risk ruin if you wear a damaged strap, General," I retorted, examining the pieces of leather. The Imperial Tailors were fools. They tried to fix leather with decorative silk thread. I will use layered bonding and sinew, a technique for creating incredible structural integrity. The room was instantly charged with tension. He was radiating cold fury, and I was radiating the focus of a man fighting a deadline. I ordered him to remove his tunic. "I need to check the anchor points on your inner vest. That snapped strap is connected to a weighted pauldron. The entire load distribution needs to be reassessed." He hesitated for a second, then quickly shed the tunic. His upper body was immediately exposed, a powerful landscape of hard muscle, crisscrossed with faint old scars. I forced myself to stare only at the engineering of his body, the way the shoulder muscle met the chest. "I need to take your measurement here," I said, my voice perfectly level, pointing to the spot where the pauldron rested. "The leather needs to be molded to this precise curve to prevent future tearing." I carefully placed my hands on his wide shoulder, one hand near his neck, the other near the edge of his bicep. The skin was warm and firm. The sheer intimacy of the contact, necessitated by my profession, made the blood rush to my head. He stood perfectly still, a statue of bronze, but I felt a faint tremor under my fingertips, either my own nerves or his. "This is not a repair, Shen Yu," he said, his voice now lower, almost a rumble. "This is a refitting." A repair would only last a month. A refitting lasts a lifetime. I quickly pulled my hands away. Now the new strap. For the next 40 minutes, I worked with intense professional focus. I didn't just stitch the 2 pieces of leather back together. I created a new 3-layered piece of specialized sinew cord that ran through the entire length of the strap, invisible from the surface, giving it far more strength than the original. I shaped the anchor point, burnished the edges, and applied a layer of black lacquer that matched the original armor perfectly. "Done," I announced, stepping back. Zhao Wei slowly picked up the pauldron and vest. He slipped it over his shoulder, testing the weight and the fit. He rolled his shoulder, then rotated his arm, performing a smooth, complicated motion that would have snapped the old, weak strap. Nothing. It was perfect. He looked at the strap, then at me. His usual icy facade cracked, revealing a deep, genuine awe. "It moves with me," he murmured. "It feels as though I have worn this new strap my entire life." "That is the goal of tailoring, General," I said, picking up my tools and trying to look nonchalant. "A perfect fit should be invisible. You should not notice the structure, only the effect." He stepped closer, moving into the space between me and the cutting table. The scent of clean leather and winter air surrounded me. "You used to care only for how bright you could shine," he said, his voice dropping to a near whisper. "You used to wear gold. Now you wear simple cotton, yet you shine with a very different light. When did the Peacock die, Shen Yu?" I avoided his gaze, scrubbing the lacquer from my fingers. "He died the day I realized that gold cannot buy dignity, General. Now, if you are satisfied, I have other clients." He didn't move. He simply stared, a strange mixture of admiration and confusion warring in his eyes. The tension was thick, undeniable. I had succeeded in making myself useful, but in doing so, I had done the one thing I promised myself I wouldn't. I had intrigued the male lead. I was no longer an annoyance. I was a mystery.